Hey, Wade here. Today I wanted to answer a question that I'm constantly being asked, that is, do you like working from home? What are some of the negatives and positives of working from home? Well, to start off, I got to tell you, I've seen both sides. I've worked for the corporations out of college, where I had the office job, I had the boss, everything like that. And then I switched over from that, strictly working from home, and I've been doing that for the last 4 years. Now, here are the downsides that I see working from home. Number one is there's a lot of distractions at home, or there can be distractions depending on the environment that you set up for yourself. If you have a family, kids can be a major distraction. You're on a conference call, you're doing things, and the kids are crying, they're knocking on your office door, whatever it may be, someone's at your front door knocking on it. So there can be some distractions, and you've got to have some discipline to overcome those distractions. Number two, which I think is the biggest problem, is it's very hard to separate your work from your personal life, especially if you're self-employed or you run your own business from home. Your work becomes you, and your personal life and your work start just fading together, and they're just like one thing. So to overcome that, you have to set up rules for yourself. You need to say, okay, I'm in the office, my home office, working from 8 to 5, and that's it. Or whatever you want it to be, and that's one of the benefits, obviously, is you can schedule however you want to do it. Now, the other problem is there's no accountability. I'm a big accountability person. I think it's important to have accountability, and at work you might have some accountability. If you run your own business, you are your own boss. You're the one that holds yourself accountable. And so I kind of see that as a downside in some ways. Now, here are all the upsides, and I think the upsides far outweigh the downsides. Now, the upside is there's no commute. There's no commute from here to work. You don't get caught in traffic, and so that's great. You're saving a lot of time being able to put work in at home. Now, there's no politics. I hate office politics. If I'm working, I want to get the job done. I want to be effective at it. And I can certainly do that. I don't have to worry about the politics that you might find at work. Number three is you have no boss. Now, I love the freedom of not being able to take time off when I want, being able to do what I want, and having no boss is definitely a great thing, which I enjoy. Now, the thing I think is most important, being self-employed, doing your own thing, working from home, is your income potential is unlimited. You are paid exactly what you're worth. Now, that's a hard thing for some people to swallow, because at work they're not being paid what they're worth. But if you're doing your own gig, you're building your own business, you're paid exactly according to the amount of value that you're creating for other people. So that's a big thing, and that's a big positive on my list. The other thing, as I mentioned, is time freedom. Being able to do what I want, when I want, how I want to do it, and things like that. And then the other thing, which I think is an upside, which can be, depending on your personality, is you don't have accountability. It can be a negative or a positive, just depending on how driven you are and how self-accountable you are. So these are the answers to the ups and downs of working from home. Overall, it's awesome. I would suggest it to anybody. I think it's a great way to make a living, build your own business from home, have the freedom of working from home, and you're going to love it as much as I do. All right, thanks. Till next time.